temporary medical camp has been set up inside with consultation and analyzing their physical and mental condition, the psychological condition. The first priority will be to, because they are just exposed to the outside temperature after 17 days. So give them a warm clothes, a layer of blanket, and then immediately rush to the nearest health facility, which is nearly 35 to 37 kilometers from here. These ambulances outside are totally lined up. The special police squad has been arranged. Throughout Chinnalis or the entire stretch has been sanitized. There will be a green corridor. Yet again, rest of the family members. So there is one person from the administration who's actually coordinating with each of them. So earlier I saw 7 of them gone inside. So that was the report when I heard 5 of them evacuated. More persons are going inside. This simply means there is a coordination between the rescuers who are on the other side and who are on this side.
So, five workers, Ashu, have been rescued and the others are in the process right now. That's the reason why the family members have also been taken inside the rescue tunnel. Rahul Kaval also joins our coverage. The news that everyone was waiting for 17 long days, as always, once again, broken by India Today's team on the ground. Rahul, 5 rescued and just a few more to go.
400 hours after they were trapped in a tunnel in Uttarkashi, Shiv, this is a story that all of India has been tracking through the lens of India Today and Aaj Tak's coverage. Our reporters on the ground capturing every minute of all that's been happening at ground zero. The latest information is 5 workers have been pulled out. You see those victory signs there. These are images that aren't playing on any other network at this moment. NDRF personnel, the National Disaster Relief Force personnel. Remember, we spoke to the NDRF, IG and DG, and they said they'll be going in. They've been training the last several days to enter through these tunnels and then to evacuate the trapped workers. Ashutosh Mishra was on the ground, and interestingly, I was planning to call Ashutosh Mishra back this morning because of just how long he'd been there on the ground reporting on this story. But as luck would have it, you stayed back one day extra, and that's the day that this rescue operation has finally seen the light at the end of the tunnel. Ashutosh.
Well, Rahul, this is the day. The evening, I'm not disappointed. Every morning I used to come here with a very high hope that this will be the day that they will make a breakthrough, some good news, but by end it was only, dissatisfaction and perhaps sense of disappointment. But today I really feel happy seeing everyone around. If I could say all these villages in this difficult terrain of literally in the deserted area, they all are here watching this operation. Everyone just keeping their eye closed, intact here, what is happening. And as we speak, getting minute by minute details how this lengthy, one of the probably unprecedented rescue and evacuation operation has been carried out. And look at the agencies, number of agencies, domestic expert, Indian experts, global experts, agencies like different ministries, NDRF, SDRF, police, army, BRO, Air Force, everyone, the way they are pressed in for this operation, and that has made the success. And the most importantly, the credit also goes to the unsung heroes like Munna Qureshi and others, his team, the rat hole miners who made this mission possible, Rahul. When all the machinery, every technology failed, the conventional, their smallest equipment like hail-tree drills, cutter, gas cutter, and those personnel round the clock working, putting all their best efforts, just ignoring all the challenges, and that they promised us they will bring them out, they will make the way for the evacuation. They did it. No, literally they deserve a credit for this entire...
Rat miners succeed when the others didn't. When there was such heavy machinery, so much was said, Ashutosh, about the much hyped auger machine that clearly didn't auger very well, pardon my pun. But all those machines didn't seem to get the job done. You needed to go the Desi Jugaad way, get the rat miners into action and pull them out. This is a very skilled work. It's very difficult. It's considered in some senses unsafe for them to be there. It's been banned by the National Green Tribunal in places like Meghalaya. Okay, let's go across to Ashutosh and explain why the rat miners succeeded. Ashutosh, take it away.
Jaykare lage hain, Rahul, Jaykare. Literally, they have chanted a victory slogan inside. Trust me, I could hear that sound. Jaykare lage 200-meter tunnel ke andar. And look at these ambulances. All they have turned their engines on. They all on standby. 4 ambulances gone inside. Personal, and these again, everything that is required are being sent in. Literally makeshift.
Is it possible for you to get your camera out of the tripod and to walk closer to where the action is? Is that possible at all?
Rahul, we are exactly on the top of the other side of the mountain to get the closest picture potentially, because this is where exactly you see every moment that is coming, be it from someone going in the tunnel or coming out. So this is exactly the perfect place we have made to get every images, whatever happening at the front portal and also to other areas. So in the top angle, the images you see, all these ambulances are literally, the engines have started, and this is the signal and these indication that how the rescue is almost going to be completed. And we have been giving you every details that the evacuation will not be really a lengthy process. Just the SOP following the standard operative procedure of India. I believe one ambulance is coming from the front portal. We'll have to confirm whether it is carrying one of the rescued worker. There is one ambulance stepping out. Immediately that reaches to the another barricade, we'll get a clear picture. But from here I see, if I could see someone inside, but for now, this is one ambulance is stepping out. There are 3 more still inside. There will be a green corridor made by the administration. And as we speak, the evacuation process has literally expedited. It's going as fast as possible with the men.
So where are they being taken? Amit Bhardwaj also joins us. He's our second reporter on the ground. He's been tracking the story for more than a week now. Let's just listen into some of the reactions that we're getting from Ground Zero.
हाँ एक हाँ बस देख
5 हो गया है 4 हो गया ये
नहीं एक ही अभी पहले आदमी अभी आया प्लीज प्लीज
आपकी क्या भूमिका थी, आप क्या करके आए अंदर?
जी हम लोग का ये खाना भेजा ना इतने दिन से खाना भेज रहा था ना।
के बारे में बताइए कितनी मुश्किलें महसूस हुई?
यार बात पूरी करने दो ना उनको, आप क्या कर रहे हो बताएं
में
तो सही।
चंद्रन
टीम में आप
सर हम लोग का धरनी चियोटक
क्या रोल था आपका?
सर हम लोग का ये खाना भेजना था, चेंज रोल कराना, उसी के लिए हम लोग आया जी।
फिर से रिपीट करिए
हाँ
कितने लोग
वही तो चिल्लाओ
जी अभी एक ही आदमी आया है जी।
कितने एनडीआरएफ के लोग गए हैं जो नहीं
पूरा हम लोग बहुत सारा है, गिनती नहीं कर पाएंगे हम लोग
जी। देखिए अंजना चंद्रन यहाँ पे जो अंदर थे और उनका कहना है कि एक मजदूर बाहर आया है।
बस
कैसी हालत में है उनकी?
नहीं बिल्कुल ठीक है,
देखने में स्वस्थ लग रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल
ये बता दीजिए
जी ये अपना उनका हिसाब से वो एसडीआर के हिसाब से कैसा वो लेके आ रहा है सब लोग, कोई तकलीफ नहीं। मेरा टीम मेरा धरनी चियोटक।
अच्छा ये बताइए कि मजदूर मुस्कुरा रहे थे,
वो उसी के लिए हम लोग वो होल्ड करने के लिए आए जी।
मजदूर को आपने देखा, पहला मजदूर, उनकी सेहत कैसी थी? क्या
बिल्कुल सही है, 100% सही है। ओके हाँ बिल्कुल, हाँ बिल्कुल
आप भी हंस लीजिए आप।
जी बिल्कुल
ये देखिए अंजना में बता रही थी कैसे छोटी छोटी कड़ियां हैं। चंद्रन जी जो है वो खाना पहुंचाने का काम कर रहे थे, उन्होंने पहले मजदूर को देखा जो निकले थे।
Amit Bhardwaj, the first worker now in an ambulance. Do we know where they are being taken and what preparations are being made to ensure that their physical health is in proper condition? How is this being checked and where by the doctors?
Well, Rahul, we are also leaving, we are ensuring that you get the visuals from inside the tunnel because this is exactly where the action is happening right now. A couple of seconds back, I would say rather, we saw another worker being shifted to the ambulance, this particular ambulance, which you can see in my frame right now. So the process of bringing those workers, extracting them physically has already started. And what we are given to understand that the doctors and the paramedics who are on standby here since morning, they are looking at these workers, and after that what will happen is that once all the workers are out and slowly it's clear that the 41 ambulances can move together, what will happen is that the ground mile zero of green corridor which has been created in Uttarkashi at Silkyara, that will come into action and all these ambulances will start moving. There's a place called Chilial Resort which is nearly 45 minutes away because of the green corridor which has been created, and the workers will be taken there for thorough medical examination. And what we are given to understand, maybe for 24 hours they're going to stay there, after which they could be shifted to AIMS Rishikesh. But we are also showing you these visuals from inside the tunnel, where the ambulances are getting lined up one after other. Any moment you will see another worker being brought out. These are the officials of the rescue team who are constantly moving.
Me for a moment, we're listening to some more reactions of those who've been involved in the rescue operation. Let's just go across to our live camera feed. Now, Amit, those are BJP workers wanting to take credit, congratulating the Chief Minister and the Prime Minister for this successful rescue operation. I see we have Ashutosh Mishra there as well. We're getting live updates from the ground. Ashutosh, it seems that these workers will be brought out one by one and taken in these waiting ambulances to nearby hospitals. A billion prayers being answered here with the successful rescue mission. It's just been going on non-stop for 17 days. Everyone's been asking that same question, when will the workers be brought out? That's finally happened about 400 hours after they got stuck inside this tunnel in that debris. Multiple questions will be asked later about why that happened, who's to blame. At this moment, the key focus is on bringing the workers out. Amit Bhardwaj was showing us the camera very near the tunnel, where it seems there is now a sense of relief and also jubilation that this operation is being completed and is finally successful, Amit.
Absolutely right, Rahul. All these rescue operation agencies, the officials, they are quite relaxed right now, and now the NDRF has taken over the charge of the entire rescue operation. Why I'm not moving the camera away from this particular frame is the reason any moment any worker who will be rescued, they will come out from this particular spot and then they'll be taken inside the ambulance. This is, I believe, the ambulance number will be clear the moment the people who are standing right in front of the ambulance move away. So we'll read out those the numbers. Each ambulance has been numbered out here. So what is happening? Those workers are being brought to this particular spot. The paramedics, the doctors are standing there. They are checking the health of these workers, and after that they are being put inside the ambulance. So clearly this is ambulance number 1, which is standing inside the tunnel, Rahul. And the team of doctors and paramedics are already inside. They are checking on the health of the workers who are being brought from inside the tunnel. And after that, the movement, as you know, Chinyali Sod is the place where all these workers will be taken. Their thorough examination, medical examination will be done. And after that, AIMS Rishikesh is the next destination for these workers. So we are showing the inside visuals of the tunnel right now, where the rescue operation is happening. For days, 17 days now, for several days, what we saw, this particular frame that you're looking at had a roadblock, had debris, but today...
I want to tell our viewers that the image that you're seeing on your screen is the first image of that first rescued worker. That image is crucial because that's just been shared by us, with us by one of the people who are involved in the rescue operation. That apparently is the first rescued worker who's just been pulled out, the one in the off-white creamish shirt, who's obviously looking as if he's just been in the midst of a lot of debris. Some of the helmets are completely clean, so not that guy. The guy who's being pulled out is the first rescue worker who's now been pulled out. Mausmi Singh is joining us from the ground. Mausmi, today is the first day that you've been reporting on this story, and as it were, you brought good luck to these workers. Your presence amongst various other things, ensuring that they've been brought out. So that's quite fortunate. Give our viewers a sense of what's happening around you on the ground. Mausmi.
Rahul, we are introducing you and the country to the rat miners who have just come out, and you can hear a lot of sloganeering. This is a moment that they were also looking forward to. कितना मुश्किल था, आप लोग कितने लोग अंदर गए और सबको सब पूरा क्लियर कर दिया आप लोगों ने? कितना मुश्किल?
बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल भी था, क्योंकि 41 आदमी थे, सभी लोगों को सुरक्षित निकालना था। सबसे मेन मुद्दा ये था, पर यह है कि सभी लोग सुरक्षित है। हमारे हिसाब से तो विश्व का सबसे बड़ा जो रेस्क्यू था वो यही हुआ जिसमें सभी लोग सुरक्षित निकले, यही सबसे बड़ी बात थी।
लगातार चर्चा हो रही थी रैट माइनर्स की 800 mm का पाइप था, संकरा रास्ता था, और सबसे पहले आपको कब आवाज आई वहां से, उस छोर से, कि हाँ हम पहुंच गए हैं?
देखिए शुरू नहीं, वो तो लगातार ही आवाज आ रही थी, जैसे नहीं अब सब लोग जाहिर सी बात है कि वही बोल रहे थे कि जल्दी करिए आप भी, और आप लोग भी थक रहे होंगे, लगे हुए हैं, पर फिर भी जितना जल्दी हो सकता है उतना जल्दी कीजिए। और आवाज तो खैर 10 मीटर के बाद से ही आनी शुरू हो गई थी, लेकिन जैसे जैसे नजदीक जा रहे थे वैसे वैसे और ज्यादा हमारा भी उत्साह बढ़ रहा था, और उधर से भी लगातार बात हो रही थी, तो संपर्क में थे सभी लोग। जी 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 जी।
अच्छा, कब कब मुश्किलें आई? मेटल भी आया होगा, क्या क्या उपकरण आपने इस्तेमाल किए, और क्या आप लोग में से किसी की तबीयत खराब हुई, क्योंकि लंबे घंटों तक आप लोग ने?
नहीं देखिए, तबीयत तो खराब होना लाजमी था, पर ऐसा किसी ने भी फील नहीं होने दिया, क्योंकि जोश इतना था कि एक बार बाहर निकालना है, वही सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी था। और जब हमारी जो रोवर मशीन है वो अंदर खराब हुई, वो एक ऐसा पार्ट था कि थोड़ा मुश्किल रहा, 35 से 40 घंटे जो लगे उस मशीन को काटने में, वो थोड़ा बीच में एक पैच ऐसा था, बाकी तो जितना काम होना चाहिए उस हिसाब से हुआ है।
आपने भी मलबा क्लियर किया, इनके जूनियर हैं, आप पूरी टीम को लीड कर रहे थे?
नहीं, सभी लोग थे, हम भी लगे हुए थे, दूसरी टीम भी लगी हुई थी, सभी आदमी थे, ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते इसमें कोई एक ही आदमी, सब लोग लगे हुए थे, सबका ही था ये। जी 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 बिल्कुल।
आप बताइए कि कभी इस तरह की स्थिति देखी है आपने? खुद यंग है, कितना मुश्किल था?
कभी नहीं देखे, कभी नहीं देखे, इससे पहले कभी नहीं देखे, पहली बार है।
क्या सुनाई दिया उस छोर से? नारेबाजी सुनाई कि नारेबाजी?
1 बजे के आसपास, 1 और 2 के बीच में ही आवाज आ गई थी, उसी टाइम जयकारी मार दिए। हाँ, जयकारा उसी टाइम मार दिए थे हम लोग ना, कि हो गया पाइप पार जी, पाइप थ्रू हो गई, लेकिन उस टाइम कुछ मक बच गया था ना हल्की सी, तो फिर बाद में थोड़ा पाइप 3 मीटर का काटा गया, फिर उसको ज्वाइंट की गई, वेल्डिंग मारने में लेट हुआ है, तब तो उसी टाइम निकल देना था, 3-4 बजे का।
जल्दी एक सवाल, क्या थकान महसूस हो रही है? क्योंकि पूरा देश जानना चाह रहा है कि कौन थे रैट माइनर्स, कितना मुश्किल।
थकान बिल्कुल भी थकान नहीं है, सभी लोग सुरक्षित हैं, तो जोश इतना है कि बिल्कुल भी थकान नहीं लग रही है। और सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, सभी लोग जुड़े हुए थे, सभी प्रशासन और सभी कंपनियां, सभी लोगों ने बहुत।
कितनी टीम थी, कितने वर्कर्स?
देखिए सब 10-10, 15-15 लोग हर एक कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स का अपनी तरफ से मदद कर रहे थे, कोई इसमें एक कॉन्ट्रैक्टर या कुछ इस तरह नहीं, सब लोगों ने मदद की है, सभी लोग लगे हुए रहे। थैंक यू।
So there you are, Rahul. These were the rat miners who were actually manually drilling all the debris out, and this is the scene that is unfolding. Worker after worker who have been here working day and night. खुश हैं आप? बहुत
खुश है। हमारी मेहनत काम में आई, हमारी मेहनत सफल हुई, हमारे मजदूर भाई सकुशल निकल गए हैं।
क्या आपने क्या मेहनत की वहाँ पे? क्या किया आपने?
मैंने पाइप में ऑगर कटिंग किया।
ऑगर कटिंग किया?
हाँ जी।
कितना घंटे आपने काम किया?
48 घंटे लगातार।
मुश्किल था ऑगर?
मुश्किल था, गर्मी थी, धुआं था, कटर की हीटिंग थी, लेकिन हमने मजदूर भाइयों के लिए ये काम किया।
So you can see that miracle, Herculean, mammoth efforts here, Rahul, by ordinary men with extraordinary willpower. He's an auger. He's the one who cut the auger machine that was actually stuck inside. We heard how the rat miners made that entire effort and what they heard at 1 p.m. And this is actually a triumph of the human spirit on ground zero that I can see.
Mosmi, I want to describe to our viewers that image that you're seeing, where you see General V.K. Singh and Pushkar Dhami, the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. That's with the first miner who's been rescued. That's where the Jaikara happened. And that's the first miner who's been rescued, who's been brought out. Mosmi, he's looking quite startled, and which is quite understandable given that he's been inside that tunnel for 17 days. Everybody else has just been waiting for them to come out, but this poor guy comes out, and he's got the former army chief, the minister, he's got the BRO officials, the NDRF officials, the chief minister, they're all there. So for these miners, first the trauma and then finally the triumph.
Absolutely, Rahul, and you know, it's understandable. You're just cut out from the rest of the world, cut out from daylight, cut out from your family members for 17 days. It is understandable, the psychological trauma, the physical draining out that really happens. But the willpower was strong, and you know, as the Prime Minister had also, when spoken to, the Uttarakhand Chief Minister said that the morale should be high and the morale of the team should be kept high. Perhaps that actually worked in favor of, you know, executing this long and a marathon sort of operation. And even as we stand, you know, the visuals of him meeting General V.K. Singh and the Uttarakhand Chief Minister, he's been parking here, coming in and out. Sometimes he's all smiles, sometimes he's somber. A morning statement where he was quite upbeat that it's going to happen soon, and then later in the evening he didn't seem so sure because of the hurdles, but they never lost hope.
बधाई
So here the local
आठ मजदूर अब तक बाहर निकल चुके हैं, चार करके बाहर निकाले जा रहे हैं और मुझे लगता है कि आधे घंटे के अंदर सभी लोग आ जाएंगे। बहुत खुशखबरी है।
कैसी तबीयत कैसी है उनकी?
अभी 8 मजदूर निकल चुके हैं और लगातार काम चल रहा है बाहर निकालने का, और चार करके मजदूर एक साथ आ रहे हैं।
किसी की तबीयत ज्यादा
नहीं, सब फिट हैं। ये भगवान की कृपा से, बाबा भोगनाथ की कृपा से सब स्वस्थ हैं और बढ़िया तरह इनका स्वास्थ्य परीक्षण हो रहा है और एक कर इनको रवाना किया जाएगा हॉस्पिटल के लिए।
सर आगे कहाँ ले जाया जाएगा और क्या प्रक्रिया हो?
अभी आगे की प्रक्रिया बता देंगे। अभी माननीय मुख्यमंत्री भी यहाँ पर हैं, वो अभी विस्तार से बताएंगे। हाँ, आधे घंटे के अंदर।
So here the local MLA all smiles and
बीजेपी का मीडिया इंचार्ज,
yes, and BJP media in charge also. In fact, not the local MLA, BJP media in charge. And we've seen a lot of netas come in and out. A lot of prayers happening at the entry point of the tunnel. Clearly, this is a moment which everybody has been waiting for. The family members have been waiting with bated breath. And we are told that four workers are being ferried out at one point of time. 4 NDRF personnel going with that stretcher which has got wheels on it. So an entire exercise of 15 minutes, Rahul, that you can cross the entire 50 meters of that pipe, 800 millimeter pipe, and then they're out. And of course the medical checkups will happen, and then they'll be taken to Chinyali Sor. So clearly that's what's happening. We're seeing a lot of flurry of activities.
We'll come back to you in a short while from now. I want to go across to Ashutosh, who had the first image of one of the trapped workers as he was being pulled out. Ashutosh, you're on this vantage point, the perch. You know, you're being able to give us a bird's eye view of what's happening below. Describe the scenes that you're seeing. We're being told that the workers are being brought out in groups of 4 and being sent one by one to nearby hospitals in the waiting ambulances.
Deepavali, Rahul, it's Diwali here. Number of crackers, everyone, be the locals or the family member, they brought here crackers here. They were busting crackers, rockets here. This is no less than a celebration. And as the ambulances are lined up, I have the information, the 9 of them have been evacuated. And once it started smoothly, now it has been expedited. The process has quite faster because rest of those workers who were about to be briefed about the SOP, how to go inside the tunnel, how to maintain a calm during this 75 or 80 second of the drive on stairs equipped with wheels inside a narrow pipe of 800 millimeter. So quite this, there was also another energy amongst the workers as they know this, they are going to be rescued. They have been waiting for this moment for last 17 days. And of course, immediately after the medical consultation.
From the first day, Ashutosh, what has changed? How is it that our strategy now worked? Why is it that we weren't able to get this job done sooner?
There is no doubt that there was lack of planning, there was lack of vision, and perhaps they could not anticipate the threat. For example, again I heard some crackers here. On 17th, when the debris collapsed inside where the rescuers were carrying out the operation, they failed to anticipate that there could be a fragile structure. When you have a mountain cavity literally falling inside, you could potentially, first priority was to ensure safety of the rescuers. Immediately what had happened, it took them 4 days to mobilize the resources, get the 2x2 two concrete blocks, metal frame, and ensure the safety for at least 50 to 60 meters to carry out the rescue operation. There was delay. They did not anticipate that there could be another vertical drilling process should be carried out. All the agencies, they called up the global expert. I remember from second day I heard that the international experts have been pressed in, and it was the first, the Professor Arnold Dix, who was in then Slovenia. He reached me out that I have been contacted and I am trying to get through to India, but there are no flights. He went to Dubai. From Dubai he came to Delhi to Dehradun, and then somehow he managed to reach here on 4th day. Several other experts, Chris Cooper, another person who is the consultant for RVNL, the agency which is making a road from Rishikesh to Karnaprayag. All these mobilization resource when the proper planning, and it was after the intervention of the PMO when they sent Deputy
So
Secretary.
give us a moment, Ashutosh. I'm coming back to you in a moment. I want to go across to General Atta Hasnain. Here in his capacity now as a member of the National Disaster Management Authority, General Hasnain has been on TV giving viewers updates from the ground. Finally, some good news, General Hasnain. 17 days, 400 hours, but you've finally managed to pull the boys out.
I think it's a victory for India, a big success for India. We have been succeeding in various domains around the world in lots of things that have happened within the country, a lot of good things which have happened. But here in a disaster situation in which large number of lives at stake, I think we've been able to get our act together, get all the resources of the government of India at its disposal, bring leadership to the situation and ensure every possible technology which is available was brought here. I think that has led to this kind of a success.
So let's stick in the moment. What are your plans? From what I heard from the rescue workers on the ground, they're being pulled out in groups of 4. How are you going to do a medical evaluation, a psych evaluation? Because they've undergone serious trauma over the past 17 days.
I think now at this moment, after the NDRF at the moment is very, very busy. They are the ones involved in this complete rollout of the workers. But once their workers are out, it is the health department of the government of Uttarakhand which comes to the fore. I think they've done their homework tremendously. They've put up a 8-9 bed hospital right there at the mouth of the tunnel, a little offset from where this entire collapse had taken place, keeping safety in mind. They've got a system of triage there. They will prioritize the people who have to be evacuated from there. There are enough ambulances. I think in each ambulance there is a paramedic, an NDRF person, and one worker who is being taken out from here. They're all going to a 30-bed interim 30-bed hospital at the district level, which is at the airfield. And there a Chinook helicopter is also located, which had come in the evening. If it was required to, if the rescue had happened earlier, they would have probably all been taken by helicopter to Rishikesh. But possibly they may wait till tomorrow morning, not to go through this arduous long journey to Rishikesh. They will be flown out in the morning to Rishikesh itself and the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, where I learned that 48 to 72 hours is the time that is being given to keep them there for detailed, thorough medical checks.
You know, what's remarkable about this entire operation and the manner in which the Indian government apparatus has come together, you know, you've literally spared no expense. All possible available technology, some of which worked, some of which didn't, has been brought in. So it really was an all-of-state approach to try and ensure that these 41 workers know that they're important. And I see some more pictures, some of the people who've been pulled out, but it really was an all-of-state approach to ensure that whatever the Indian state could do to rescue these workers was done to bring them out safe and sound.
See, Rahul, the unannounced thing here is the manner in which the state governments also played a role. You see, the central government, of course, was right there in the front, but the state government, starting from Chhattisgarh, from Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Gujarat, Rajasthan, everyone, there was equipment coming from different parts of the country. And green corridors were being created by district administrations. I know that the NDMA, my officials were awake at night coordinating this entire movement which was taking place. There's a tremendous cooperation from every district that we were getting. The railways got their act together. I think the Indian Air Force played a major role in this. Their ability to fly in equipment, diverse kind of equipment, all of that to a risky airfield. They brought in all this to a risky airfield and have been taking their chances with that. But at the end of it, I think nothing like success.
While it might be premature, I want to ask whether you've been thinking about what happens to this tunnel per se. Now that this debris collapse happened, you've cleared it out enough to bring the workers out. What happens to that tunnel construction work?
See, Rahul, that's a secondary thing subsequently. The first thing which is going to happen, at least in my organization, I'm quite aware, is the fact that we will take a cue from the Prime Minister's 10-point program on disaster management, that every disaster has certain lessons to be learned. Those lessons must be learned before they are forgotten. They must be properly documented. There should be an all-of-government approach in making sure we learn the lessons and document this
correctly. There are some laddus being distributed, General, at this moment, where my colleague is. So I just want to see if we can capture those images of laddus being distributed where Mausami Singh is, and they're celebrating this moment with 17 workers who've now been pulled out of this tunnel. So 17 workers now pulled out. Mausami Singh, I hope you got some laddus yourself and joined in the celebration.
Oh, absolutely, Rahul. This is a moment where everybody is offering everybody laddus, and there's a lot of happiness, a spring of happiness after the entire operations concluded. And here you can see the box of laddus right here. He's being stalked by cameras right now, but a lot of laddu dabbas coming in here. But really, you know, we've seen local residents praying and coming. बहुत बड़ा लड्डू खा रहे हैं आप, बहुत बड़ा लम्हा है, आप लोग बहुत खुश हैं, स्थानीय निवासी
जी। मैं यहाँ पर जो है सबसे पहले मजदूरों का जो यहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं, और मीडिया का, प्रशासन का, स्थानीय लोगों का, और आपको सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि आप लोगों ने जो है 17 दिन से यहाँ पे इनकी सहायता की है, इनका मनोबल बढ़ाया है, और ये लोग आज सकुशल बाहर निकले हैं। मैं बाबा बौखनाथ की प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि उनके
People are really emotional, you know, Rahul, here. They can't stop talking. And here you can see that local residents have contributed their bit, praying here, coming and supporting the personals who are deployed here, work going on war footing. And now the ambulance is absolutely on standby mode behind me. Anytime now, the workers will come out. Auntie, कितनी खुश है आप? लड्डू लेके आई हैं।
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल मैं लड्डू लेके आई हूँ। मैं नगर पालिका अध्यक्ष बड़कोट हूँ, अनुपमा रावत। जी मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ, बिल्कुल मैं जो है आप सभी लोगों को बहुत बहुत बधाई, शुभकामनाएं और धन्यवाद देती हूँ कि आप 17 दिनों से यहाँ पे डटे हुए थे और आप लोगों ने बहुत प्रयास किया है। आप लोगों का प्रयास जो है रंग लाई, और ये 41 जो जिंदगी है ये सकुशल बाहर आई, सकुशल बाहर निकले। शासन, प्रशासन, मीडिया, मैं आप सभी लोगों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ, और दीपावली भी मनाएंगे।
So the celebrations are unstoppable here, Rahul, और आप लोग बहुत खुश हैं सारे लोग?
जी बहुत बहुत बधाई हो, बाबा बौखनाथ की कृपा रहे जो बाहर निकल के बस।
So any moment now, this has been a long haul, starting on Diwali day when the news came in around 5:30, Rahul, that the workers are stranded. Every day we saw various ups and downs, climaxes and anti-climaxes, till the final bad news came that the auger machine had actually crashed down. I can see some laborers that side, and let's take a walk.
Rise to the occasion. I think that's what we saw over here. Amit Bhardwaj is with some of the workers who've been involved in this rescue operation. Amit, take our viewers through what you're seeing. 17 workers, we're told, now finally out. Lots of cheers and laddus.
मुख्यमंत्री पुष्कर सिंह धामी, केंद्रीय मंत्री वीके सिंह, उनकी खुशी जो है बिल्कुल उनके चेहरे पे दिख रही है, गले लगाते हुए श्रमिकों को। और ये वो पल है जिसका इंतजार पूरे देश को था, और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पे जितने भी रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, चाहे वो टनलिंग एक्सपर्ट हो, वो सब नजर बनाए हुए थे। तो इन्हीं पलों के लिए वो नजर कहीं ना कहीं बनाए हुए थे, और अब खुशी का माहौल है। लेकिन ये लंबा प्रोसेस है, धीरे धीरे वर्कर्स को बाहर लाया जाएगा। इनिशियल मेडिकल एग्जामिनेशन के बाद उनको गाड़ी में बिठा के, ये जो जगह है ये माइल 0 है, जो ग्रीन कॉरिडोर है उसका, और उसके बाद चिन्याली सौड़, वहां पे प्राइमरी हेल्थ सेंटर है। जी नवजोत जी।
Okay, Ashutosh Mishra is also with us. Ashutosh is on this vantage point. 17 workers now out. I see some of these traumatized workers coming. Everybody's giving them a big jhappi. They're looking quite startled, which is quite obvious. They've been stuck without much light, not being outside, not being able to breathe clean air. They're out, and relief writ, Ashutosh, all over their faces.
19, Rahul, the number is now 19. 19 of them have evacuated. We are just trying to get an access to a video from inside. 19 of them have been evacuated, and the moment they came out, they heard the slogans of Bharat Mata Ki Jai. And the first reaction from many of those workers, because if I cannot get those images, at least I can explain verbally what was happening inside. When they came out, their expression was with a folded hand to everyone, to all the rescuers, because they are alive, they are safe, they have been rescued, evacuated. Now they'll be going home, meeting their families, and all because of the 2,000 of workforce from all the agencies who made this mega mission possible. Literally impossible, collapsing every day, halting operations, suspending various threat factors, and finally all efforts have been played out. And look at the other side. Or from another top angle, the barricade that you see, this is exactly the place where all these workers from different agencies who are stepping out, and there exactly you hear their sound bites, their statements about the rescue operation. But again, right behind them at the another point, you hear they are the locals from Uttarkashi district. These in scattered landscape or this difficult terrain, everyone from every house, people have come out in a huge number, chanting slogans, mantra. They have been literally praying here for the safety. And you heard that noise. This is the enthusiasm, the energy.
जब आप घर बनवाते हैं, तब आप 10 मार्केट के चक्कर लगाते हैं। 10 मार्केट जाने के चक्कर में आप नौकरी पे टाइम से नहीं पहुंच पाते। किसी
One incident, and they were trapped inside. Right outside on the front portal, the NDRF, SDRF worker are also ready to greet once the ambulance start coming out. So after only the analyzing their psychological condition and especially the physical condition, the special warm clothes and the blankets have been sent in by the administration, and this is because they have been exposed now to a new climate totally after 17 days. Inside the tunnel, the temperature wasn't less than 30 or 32 degrees, but right after coming out, the temperature for now has dipped nearly 7 to 8 degrees. And in that case, to avoid any such condition, they have been given warm clothes, hot tea, a cup of tea at least, and a warm welcome. And finally, they are meeting their family members at the moment. In fact, I'm waiting for more and more information about what is exactly happening inside. So for now, it is time for them to meet their family members. And then the set of 5 to 6 ambulances, they will be departing to Chinyalisore, where the special health facility has been made. And they will be staying there till tomorrow morning. And since we know the Chinook helicopter is here, they will be flying in Chinook to Rishikesh, Ames. That is what I'm hearing from my sources. There was also earlier plan to send them Dehradun, but for now what I'm hearing, since the special block has been made ready for them, they'll be going to Rishikesh. The psychological analysis is very important because they cannot leave them going home just with a trauma, what they have suffered through in last 17 days. And probably then we will see more people going them, visiting them, family members, those who have missed them, those who could not come out, they may also to arrive Rishikesh, Ames. So it is just matter for hour now, and I don't think more than 30 minutes left when everyone will be evacuated. So the idea, it seems like the rescuers are waiting.
Ashutosh, stay with me. I want to go across to Mirzapur, which is where Kumar Abhishek is. Kumar Abhishek is a Lucknow bureau chief, and he's with some of the family members of those who've been stuck inside the tunnel. Kumar Abhishek, they must be very happy with the fact that finally, one after another, all the workers are being brought out. बताइए कि परिवारों में क्या चल रहा है ये सुनकर कि उत्तरकाशी से अच्छी खबर आ रही है।
आगे जैसा कि हम लोगों का प्लान है कि जी राहुल, बिल्कुल हम इस वक्त मिर्जापुर में हैं और मिर्जापुर में आप इस वक्त देखिए थाल सजी है, पटाखे फूटे हैं और घरों पे जो दिए और मोमबत्ती है उससे ये अखिलेश कुमार का जो घर है वो सजा हुआ है। हम बात करते हैं परिवार वालों से, इनके पिता हैं और अभी हालांकि इनके बेटे के निकलने की खबर नहीं आई है, लेकिन अब निकलना शुरू हो गए हैं। तो ये बताइए कितने खुश हैं और क्या माहौल इस वक्त है?
खुश तो बहुत अच्छा माहौल चल रहा है कि हमारे बच्चे निकल के सभी चल आए हैं और मैं भगवान से निवेदन करता हूं कि हमारे बच्चे सब सलामत हैं।
आपकी बात हुई थी बच्चे से, खबर मिली आपको?
अभी तो नहीं मिला है, लेकिन निकलने के बाद ही मिलेगा। अब
आपने तस्वीरें देखी हैं सारी जो अभी इस वक्त निकल रहे हैं?
हाँ, अभी तो नहीं देखे हैं, उसके पहले का देखे।
और ढेर सारे लोग हैं, आप लोग परिवार से हैं, यहीं के हैं सब?
हाँ।
क्या क्या किया?
हमने पटाखे जलाए और मोमबत्ती को भी जलाए और दिए भी जलाए।
ठीक है, पंडित जी हैं जो कि पूजा करा रहे थे। अगर हम अंदर की कुछ तस्वीरें दिखाएं आपको राहुल, तो इस वक्त जो माँ हैं, जो परिवार के दूसरे लोग हैं, वो इस वक्त पाठ पर और पूजा पर बैठे हैं। तो आप ये दृश्य भी इस वक्त अखिलेश कुमार के घर का है। उनकी माँ लगातार पूजा पर बैठी हैं और पाठ इस वक्त चल रहा है। दूसरे कमरों में लोग इस वक्त टीवी देख रहे हैं ताकि शख्स निकल रहा है, जो मजदूर निकल रहे हैं, कहीं उनमें उनका बेटा तो नहीं। इस वक्त हम आपको दिखा सकते हैं, परिवार के लोग हैं और सबकी नजरें इस वक्त टीवी पर हैं और ये सब के सब इस वक्त देखिए टकटकी लगाए लोग चैनल्स देख रहे हैं। ये स्थिति मिर्जापुर में है, रात का वक्त है, लेकिन पटाखे, दिए और पूजा पाठ, ये इस वक्त का माहौल है। और घर के बाहर राहुल, जो हम आपको दिखाएं, लोगों की भीड़ इस वक्त जुटनी शुरू हो गई है। बहुत सारे लोग हैं। ये बताइए, आप लोग को बहुत वक्त से जिस बात का इंतजार था, अब वो लम्हा आ रहा है?
जी, हमारे गांव परिवार के लिए आज बहुत सुखद क्षण है, जो कि अभी कुछ ही घंटों में सभी 41 मजदूरों को रेस्क्यू कर बाहर निकाल लिया जाएगा। हम लोग आज बहुत ही खुश हैं और एक तरीके से दिवाली हमारी आज है। दिवाली और छठ जो कि फीका गया था, आज हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे दीपक और दिए जलाए जा रहे हैं।
किस तरीके से स्वागत करेंगे आप?
फूल माला के साथ, बाजे गाजे के साथ स्वागत किया जाएगा।
और अब दिवाली मनेगी आप?
दिवाली मन रही, देख रहे हैं कि मोमबत्ती और दिए जो कि जलाए जा रहे हैं और हनुमान चालीसा का पाठ भी किया जा रहा है। हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं, पूरे परिवार और पूरे गांव के लिए खुशी का माहौल है। बहुत सुखद क्षण है हमारे लिए।
तो राहुल, ये माहौल इस
Kumar,
वक्त
for that,
मिर्जापुर में
that's the situation in Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. I want to go across to Suryagni, who's in Hooghly in West Bengal, which is also where some of the workers come from. Suryagni, we saw the scenes in Mirzapur. They're elated. They're all watching Aaj Tak, just delighted with the fact that these workers are coming out. What's happening around you in Hooghly? Suryagni?
9735. Well, finally there's a sigh of relief over here. Joydeep's mother is with us. We'll just try and, I don't think she's in a condition to speak as such, but we'll try. আপনার থেকে কিছু জানালো যে সেফলি জয়দীপকে বের করা হয়েছে?
হ্যাঁ,
এখন একটু আগের থেকে বেটার লাগছে? আপনি ভালো আছেন আগের থেকে? ঠিক আছে। আপনাদের তরফ থেকে কেউ যাবে এখান থেকে উত্তরকাশী, এরকম যাওয়ার কোনো প্ল্যান কিছু আছে ম্যাডাম?
আমি জানি না, আমার ওখানে মেয়ে জামাই রয়েছে।
আমি তো এখানে আছি। Okay, even the MP Apurva Poddar is also here. Just we'll take a little word from her. Madam, कहीं लगता है कि और जल्द हो सकता था, लेकिन
But now we are happy at least they have been rescued. All 41 workers have rescued. The mother is happy, the whole family is happy, and we have been monitoring from the very first day. Our Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee have kept in touch with the family through us. Our BDOs, our officials, our party workers were in touch with the family, with both the families, and we prayed for all the 45 workers who were trapped in Uttarkashi and Silkyara. Yes, both of Shobik Pakira and Joydeep Paramanik both have been rescued, and we are hoping for all the workers they come out of the tunnel. We pray for everything is fine.
Across to this very touching video that we're getting of the better halves, but the wives of one of the workers talking to her husband who's just been rescued.
এখানে প্রচুর লোক বাবা তোমার কথা সব শুনছে। আমরা শাক ভাজি দিয়েছি, গম ফাটি দিয়েছি। তোকে সব এমনি চেকআপ নিয়েছে তো? চেকআপ নিয়েছে তো? হ্যাঁ, মেডিসিন করবে। হ্যাঁ, ছোট ছেলে হয়ে সব এসে গল্প বলবি তখন সব সবাই এই সামনে সব বসে রয়েছে, সব একদম কথা শুনছে।
শুনছি আমরা,
হ্যাঁ, সব কথা শুনছে। না
তুই কিরো ভয়ে বেরোলি রে ভালো ভালো বাড়ি আছে আচ্ছা
ঠাকুর তোমার সব সময় করেছে তুই তো বিশ্ব রেকর্ড করে ফেললি বাপ তোর মতন ছেলেকে যে আমি গর্বে দাঁড়িয়েছি আমি খুব খুশি সবাই আছে সামনে বাবা এখন সব সাংবাদিকরা সব সামনে আছে 10-12 জনের তুমি তোমার কথা শুনছো তো সব হ্যাঁ রে তুই যে কথাগুলো বলছি আমার মুখের সামনে সব ধরে রয়েছে সবাই ঠিক আছে অ্যাকচুয়ালি হ্যাঁ সবাই ঠিক আছে জয়দেব জয়দেব ভালো আছে তো হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ সবাই একসঙ্গে বের করেছি সুরতের সঙ্গে যাবে তো হ্যাঁ ও কাছেই আছে ওর সঙ্গে ও যাচ্ছে হ্যাঁ ওই সুরোর মা জিজ্ঞাসা করছে বলছে সুরো আছে আমি হ্যাঁ ওর সঙ্গেই যাচ্ছি
কাছে আছে ভালো আছিস তো হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ভালো থাক ভালো করে দুজনে সব ফিরে আয় তোদিন দেখতে পাই আমাদেরও মনটা থির হচ্ছে বল কিরকম হচ্ছে ও আবার তো তোর জন্যই চলে গেল তুই রয়ে
এবার খাওয়া দাওয়া করবি কাল স্নান করে নিবি হ্যাঁ কাল স্নান করে পরিষ্কার জামারে পড়বে আমি ঠাকুরের সব ফুল সব কিছু পাঠিয়ে
moment there caught on camera the wife of one of the rescued workers speaking to her husband amongst different things she's saying we are distributing sweets we are very tense come back home soon and like any person who'd ask someone who's been away for so long घर आके क्या खाओगे what do you want to eat what can I cook for you I want to go across to Shashi Bhushan Shashi is in Bhojpur in Bihar Shashi who are you with and what's happening where you are
अब इस पर लगाता होगा ना लगता होगा तो कहीं
देखिए राहुल जी इस वक्त हम साहब अहमद के परिवार में हैं और यहाँ पर उनके पिता हैं मिसबाह अहमद और शाम से लगातार इनको फ़ोन कॉल आ रहे हैं कि अब बेटा निकलने वाला है हालांकि ये कह रहे हैं कि मेरा बेटा जो है वो सेफ्टी मैनेजर के पद पे वहाँ पे था इस ऑपरेशन में तो वो सबसे अंतिम में निकलेगा सीधे मिसबाह जी को जोड़ते हैं क्या अभी आपको लग रहा है लगातार ऑपरेशन चल रहा है
ऑपरेशन चल रहा है हमको बहुत खुशी है सब लोग निकल रहे हैं सब मजदूर बाहर आ रहे हैं हमारा लड़का सेफ्टी में है तो वो जो है सुपरवाइजर तो वो भी निकलेगा सबसे पीछे सबको निकालने के बाद निकलेगा बहादुर लड़का है सबको निकाल के निकलेगा ना निकलेगा सब मजदूर निकल जाए हमको बहुत खुशी है सबका धन्यवाद सबको शुक्रिया जितने हैं चाहे वो उत्तराखंड सरकार हो या कंपनी हो या जितने इसमें लोग लगे हुए हैं चैनल वाले जितने आज तक भी ABP दैनिक भास्कर सबको मेरा बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया धन्यवाद ऊपर वाले का जो है शुक्र है कि जो सबको जो है
कल आपकी बात हुई थी अपने बेटे से कल वो क्या बता रहे थे ऑपरेशन लगातार चल रहा था आज जो डेवलपमेंट हुआ वो तो अचानक से हुआ लेकिन कल उनका क्या मतलब कितने उम्मीद थी उनको
कल उनको पूरी उम्मीद थी तो हमको ढारस दे रहा था कि पापा आप घबराइए मत हम बहुत जल्द बाहर निकलेंगे इसमें 41 हैं 40 मजदूर हमको लेके 41 हैं और सभी की हम देखभाल कर रहे हैं सब ठीक ठाक हैं सबको हम लेके निकलेंगे आपको घबराना नहीं है ज़रा भी नहीं हमको बोलता था सारी चीज़ आ रही है हम लोग खा पी रहे हैं सब लोग और सब अंदर में जो है एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं लूडो खेल रहे हैं सब बताता था वो हमको तो इसलिए हमारा दिल थोड़ा जो है बड़ा था उम्मीद था बंधा था और हम रेस्क्यू को भी देख रहे हैं सरकार को वहाँ के देख रहे हैं कि सारे लोग बहुत
परिवार ने इस बार मिसबा जी दिवाली नहीं मनाई तो क्या बेटा लौटेगा तो दिवाली मनेगी
जरूर 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 अब तो आज दिवाली है मनाने के बाद दिवाली शुरू है सारे मजदूर आ रहे हैं दिवाली शुरू है और सब मजदूरों को मेरा यही कहना है कि तुम जियो हजारों साल यही मेरी आरज़ू है सबकी नई जिंदगी मिली है सबको नई जिंदगी
supervisor he says his son was actually telling him to stay calm and that he'll be out soon. The latest information that we are picking up from Uttarkashi is that all 41 workers have been pulled out in quite the way that we've been describing when we were speaking to officials from the National Disaster Response Force. They were telling us that they'd go in, check how the workers are doing, pull them out on these stretchers one by one in groups of 4. That process now completed. Cheers, celebration, jubilation. near where this where the mouth of the tunnel is, the Silkyara tunnel. I want to go across to Mausmi Singh. She's speaking to some of the rat mining workers who were involved. Remember, all the much wanted auger machine finally failed. It required the spirit of man to get the job done. Here is Mausmi Singh talking to some of the rat mining workers who played an instrumental role in the last few meters in digging out the debris and reaching the trapped workers.
We are
up of what's happening where you are. All 41 workers, I'm told, out. This story breaking once again first in India today.
So here you can see, Rahul, the ambulance is being ferried out. A lot of euphoria, hysteria. The first ambulance that goes out, you can see family members sitting with the workers who've been rescued, 1 and 2. We can see there are a lot of family members, perhaps 2-3 workers. The third ambulance goes out, and 4 and 5 ambulances being moved out to Chinali Sor, where they'll be taken to the hospital for medical checkup and treatment. There are smiles I can see inside. People are smiling, showing the victory sign.
Sorry, sir.
Ambulances निकाल दी गई.
All okay.
सारे workers
सारे निकल गए.
So this is the moment that everybody had been waiting for. When will we see that first glimpse of ambulances being taken out? And here a lot of cheering happening. Rahul, 5 ambulances have been taken to Chinali Sor. Now, understandably, 17 days in darkness, trapped inside the tunnel. It's not going to be easy. Yet again, a pilot vehicle that moves out. Other ambulances are still stationed. There might be a probability that more than one worker has been taken in a single ambulance. We've seen that the family members have also been taken to Chinali Sor in that ambulance. And of course, you can see that there are celebratory sloganeering, and people have erupted in clapping and cheering for the workers who have been taken out. This is a scene that's unfolding. Even on top, you can see mobile cameras, people standing on hilltops, looking at this entire scene. बहुत बड़ा दिन आप लोग के लिए.
जी बहुत खुश है. आज हमारे लिए बहुत उमंग का दिन है, हर्ष का दिन है, क्योंकि हम 17 दिन से लगातार यहाँ पर आकर के उनके परिजनों को ढांढस बंधा रहे हैं, शासन प्रशासन का सहयोग कर रहे हैं, अपने पत्रकार बंधुओं की दृढ़ निश्चय इच्छा शक्ति को देख रहे हैं. और आज यहाँ का प्रत्येक व्यक्ति आदरणीय धामी जी को, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को हृदय की गहराइयों से धन्यवाद दे रहे हैं.
सबसे पहले हम भोगनाग देवता का कृपा से सभी मजदूर भाई सकुशल बाहर आ चुके हैं, और उत्तराखंड सरकार और केंद्र सरकार का हम बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहेंगे, जिन्होंने हमारा पूरा सहयोग मजदूर भाइयों के साथ दिया. ये उत्तरकाशी में नहीं है, पूरे भारतवर्ष में, और उत्तराखंड सरकार ने जो है जो काम किया बहुत अच्छा किया.
So a lot of congratulatory messages for the state government, for the Prime Minister, even slogans of Modi hai to mumkin hai we heard, and we've seen that this entire operation was actually put in place with the cooperation of multiple agencies along with the state and the central government. Top bureaucrats stationed here, taking charge, war rooms being set up. This is a very difficult terrain, and we've seen that how multiple agencies stepped in, help from foreign experts was taken, and finally this day, this moment, it had to be on a Tuesday, as they say that Mangal ke din Mangalkari kaam hua. Everybody is very happy, and the anxious wait for the family members is finally over. The anxious wait for the country is finally over. The CM is still inside. General VK Singh is still inside. Perhaps they'll move out once all the workers have been ferried out from here.
Amit Bhardwaj, he joins us from the ground. Amit Bhardwaj, we're seeing one by one in these vans, in these ambulances. The workers are being taken to nearby hospitals. You've been able to speak to some of the rescue workers. It took about an hour and a half for all the workers to be brought out.
Well, Rahul, that process has initiated in the beginning. We were given an impression that all the 41 ambulances, when all the workers will be put in these ambulances along with their family members, that's when the green corridor will be initiated. But there's a change in plan. 5 ambulances has been already sent towards Chinyali Sod, where the primary health center is, and more ambulances are lined up out here. You can see ambulances lined up out here. There are other ambulances which are near the tunnel site, and what is happening is that in batches of 5, these ambulances are being sent towards Chinyali Sod. A green corridor has been already mapped out, chalked out by the authorities out here, which means free flow movement of these ambulances, of these workers, straight to the primary health center in Chinyali Sod. And on the ground zero, Rahul, everybody is celebrating this moment. The moment the batch of first 5 ambulances was taken out, everybody was dancing. They were, distributing laddus, be it the MLA out here or the local resident or the workers who have been involved in the rescue operation, and also those who have been waiting for their, colleagues to be out. So that is the situation out here on the ground. I'll request Deepak to come closer towards the site, towards the gate, where the zero. So we are getting closer to the barricade where sloganeering is happening, and this is the point from where the movement of the barricades starts. So this is the point from where the movement in batches of 5 will be moving, and they will be heading towards Chinyali Sod, the primary health center, where preparations has been put in place already, and those doctors, those paramedics have been waiting for a day like this to come, when they'll be taking care of all 41 workers who are stranded. We are Rahul, we are also joined by this gentleman whose 2 workers were trapped inside. क्या नाम था सर जो अंदर फंसे हुए थे?
One is Vishal and second is Pushkar.
Both of them have been taken out?
Out. He is going to hospital now.
They are in the batch of the first 5.
Yeah. In 5 they are 2-1. 2.
Okay.
I'm very happy.
How are they? How are they? Are they fine?
एकदम fit.
एकदम fit. Okay, sir. Okay.
And I welcome. I thanks local government and central government Modi ji and 135 करोड़ जनता के जिन्होंने कल दुआएं की थी और वो दुआएं सफल हो गई आज।
दुआएं प्रधानमंत्री ने अपील
to take credit for this, and naturally now, Ashutosh, that this operation has succeeded. Success has many fathers, and from the NDRF, the NDMA, the army, the rat miners, and very naturally, because it really is the coming together of this collective spirit. There is no one individual or one agency that can claim credit. It's all of them working together, trying different things, some of them working, some of them not. All of them together have helped make this mission successful.
Absolutely. And remember, Rahul, on the 3rd day, when they pressed in all the international agencies, multiple other departments, everyone, so the biggest challenge was to bring them on one conclusion. For there are multi-dimension approach were opted out. Imagine you have one official from the BRO, another you have from the ONGC, and these officials having different opinion and different approach as far as drilling is concerned, as far as carrying out the rescue operation is concerned. So the biggest challenge was to bring a consensus and a conclusion that this is exactly the study we should go in, and exactly why there have been almost every day 3 to 4 times of the meeting, drawing, strategy, designing, getting the equipments, getting the accessories, essential materials from all over the country. Now, no part of the country is left in this mission where they haven't imported or they haven't airlifted the machinery. You take it Pune, you Karnataka, from Odisha, from Jharkhand, every place, and the experts from all over the country were pressed in. International experts were called in for the consultation, and exactly this strategy finally paid off on the 7th.
The Union Minister for Transport speaking at this time. It was his ministry that was supervising the tunnel work and the rescue operations. Let's listen to the minister.
हम निश्चित रूप से उपाय ढूंढेंगे इसी विश्वास के साथ फिर से एक बार जिन जिन लोगों ने सहयोग किया उनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, और विशेष रूप से जो मजदूर है उनके परिवारों को भी मेरी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, क्योंकि वो बेचारे वापस आए हैं। हमारे लिए सबके लिए बहुत खुशी की बात है। उनके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
So that's Nitin Gadkari, the Union Transport Minister, talking about this rescue operation. Do you have a sense on all that you've experienced over the past 2 weeks, Ashutosh, about what we need to do to ensure that what happened at Silkyara doesn't happen again? What are the lessons according to you?
The one and significant and the primary thing, every time you make a tunnel, whether it is one way or two way, every time then you start constructing the tunnel, simultaneously make a escape way, make a parallel tunnel, even a micro tunnel. 2 by 2 is not really a big deal. If this can be done to save the rescuers when the debris collapse on 17th day, there is an SOP when you go to bi-lane or 2-lane tunnels, like we have the strategic one in Jammu Kashmir and other parts. Even in Atal tunnel that was made, you have the escape way. That's a 2-way. So if you make bi-lane or a 2-lane tunnel like this, which is strategically very important, all-weather connectivity, make sure that there has to be a escape way, because every time such incidents happen, this could give them a window at least, because entire tunnel cannot collapse. If it is some part, at least they will have a passage or escape to go to other side, find a way, get into the micro tunnel and come out within minutes. The one and only thing I think, even the request to government, make it an SOP, issue an order strictly for a compliance and make sure that compliance is followed, the compliance is done for every construction company, every agency you making tunnel, whether it is railways. In railway the micro tunneling is very essential and it is important as per SOP, because you mostly get the tracks inside the tunnel. So for escape route is very mandatory. Here I found that there was no micro tunnel, and I remember when VK Singh visited, the first question I asked him, there was no escape plan. He said, even Nitin Gadkari, when the question was asked, he said, we will get into the details later when the investigation by the 7-member committee will bring out its report. We will get into that. But because in the absence, had there been a escape tunnel, 2 by 2 or even a 800 dia pipe, for example, if they could have just put it inside, these workers wouldn't have been trapped for 17 days. So this is something, the need of the hour. Immediately government must issue an order for all the agencies across the country, wherever these projects are being done, be it by the states, by the center, by any agency, NHI, Army, BRO, that make sure there is an escape tunnel made everywhere in all the tunnel projects.
That's important and useful feedback there from Ashutosh, because he's been speaking to so many national, international experts who, can talk candidly when that operation is still going on about what's required. So having a micro tunnel on the side, so if God forbid a calamity of this nature were ever to happen again, you're able to pull your workers out. You don't get trapped for 400 hours in the way that these workers did. Finally, though, relief, jubilation, Diwali. Remember, one of the international experts we spoke to said it would take up to Christmas to bring them out. It's happened much sooner. What's been the role of the international experts who came in? Did they play any role, or were they largely on television, or were they able to actually give important strategic guidance on how this operation should be carried out?
Well, they did play a role. For example, Chris Cooper, who worked as a consultant for RVNL, the agency which is making the significant Rishikesh to Karnaprayag railway line. They are consulting in the micro tunneling and also the safety of this crucial project. Subsequently, immediately they pressed into the International Tunneling Association in the underground space, which was the presidency is being headed by Professor Arnold Dix. He was in Slovenia, and immediately when I reached him out, he said, yes, I have been contacted and I'm on my way out to India. And of course you have been hearing him, and I asked him, why you say all the time you'll wait for the Christmas? He said, after Diwali, before Christmas is the commitment, I'll take them out, because this is not something they are in really difficulties. They are exactly quarantined because they are getting supplies, and we have to ensure safety of not only the trapped workers but also the rescuers. Hence, in such difficult terrain, difficult situation, fragile mountain like Himalayas, the structure of the mountain itself is challenging, and when you have a debris falling and like literally a cavity inside, this could be more fragile and more potential threat for everyone. So unless you make a proper strategy, and Professor Arnold on 3rd day when I contacted him, he was here and he said, finally I'm here, and every day I see him in a different character, literally, bowing his head to the temple, the makeshift temple made right outside on the front portal. Even him saying that I have a deal with Kali. I will get them out before Christmas. And I said, what Christmas do you really mean? Because it's going to be the end of the December. He said, whenever they comes out, it will be a Christmas for them, for us, for me, for family, and for the entire world who's keeping a close eye on this mega rescue operation. So indeed, these what they did it, logistical support. What is required? If they require FBR, they contacted. If it is required to get some sort of scanner, where could it be available? It was a suggestion from the international experts. And the micro tunneling, because this escape passage is nothing but a micro tunnel inside a tunnel. Hence, the international expertise was taken, their opinion was sought, and that's why they were called all the way from Slovenia, Australia to here, because there have been such incidents in Mexico, in Chile, globally multiple places. We have the example of even the vertical evacuation in Raniganj. Recently, a movie where Akshay Kumar played a critical role in that. So we have the example of the vertical, but when it comes to the coal mines or several, we have the examples of even the horizontal drilling, micro tunneling, and that's why we have the rat hole miners who are expert in doing this job. So from the conventional method of mining to the mega machine from the global experts, everyone played their role, Rahul. 2,000 workforce was working here around the clock. This involves the police who was making law and order situation, making a green passage corridor, taking in this kind of difficult terrain where you have a narrow passages and mega machines are coming through on a larger truck, passing them out, clearing them out, making ensure they reach here. Persons from BRO who make a strategy that will go for the vertical turning, and the laborers who work for the BRO, in 48 hours, they cut down the mountain steep, literally making 1100 meter passage. So there are, number of people, 2,000 workforce which was working here, including those cooks who are making food for all these workers. Not only those who are trapped, but also those who are engaged in round-the-clock operation. Safety.
Mausmi Singh now. Mausmi Singh, Ashutosh is on the perch. Mausmi is on ground zero where these workers are being brought out from. Diwali, laddus, lots of celebration, lots of big smiles. Everyone very relieved that this is finally mission accomplished. We can see in these images, one after another, all the ambulances moving away from the Silkyara tunnel. Mausmi Singh is with us. Mausmi, a lot of celebrations, and now these workers are being taken away and taken to the nearest hospital.
That's right, and we saw 5 ambulances earlier, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other ambulances. So completely 10 ambulances have gone out, ferried out, and here we saw that the workers were garlanded. Surinder ji is here. And he told me that he's the one who made the entire trolley on which the debris from that 800 mm pipe had come out. बड़ी मुश्किल से आपने
बहुत बहुत बधाई हो आपको बहुत बधाई हो बेटा आपको बहुत बधाई हो बहुत बहुत बधाई नहीं मैडम सबकी मेहनत थी आप लोगों की भी मेहनत
So let's try and there you are Mr. Arnold.
Arnold, we wanted to speak to you.
He's really happy. He's all smiles, giving that thumbs up, Rahul. It's been a big moment for him. He said in the morning when we spoke to him that I haven't been as positive as I am today. I am hopeful that the prayers will be answered. We saw him praying at that temple right at the entry point of the tunnel. And today when he goes, he's moving out, he's giving that thumbs up.
The Prime Minister has tweeted. I just want to take our viewers through the first reaction that we're getting from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's put out a bunch of tweets. I want to take you through what he says. उत्तरकाशी में हमारे श्रमिक भाइयों के रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन की सफलता हर किसी को भावुक कर देने वाली है. Everyone's very emotional because of the success of this rescue operation. टनल में जो साथी फंसे हुए थे उनसे मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि आपका साहस और धैर्य हर किसी के लिए प्रेरणा का स्रोत है. मैं आप सभी की कुशलता और उत्तम स्वास्थ्य की कामना करता हूं. Your patience and your courage has been a source of inspiration for everyone. I wish you all the best. I hope that you're well, that your health is good. ये अत्यंत संतोष की बात है कि लंबे इंतज़ार के बाद अब हमारे ये साथी उनके परिजनों से मिलेंगे. इन सभी के परिजनों ने भी इस चुनौतीपूर्ण समय में जिस संयम और साहस का परिचय दिया है, उसकी जितनी ही सराहना की जाए वो कम है. They'll finally be able to meet their loved ones. The loved ones, the family members have been extremely patient and calm and courageous. The more one can praise them, the better. No matter how much you praise them, it isn't enough. मैं इस बचाव अभियान से जुड़े सभी लोगों के जज्बे को भी सलाम करता हूं. उनकी बहादुरी और संकल्प शक्ति ने हमारे श्रमिक भाइयों को नया जीवन दिया है. मैं इस मिशन में शामिल हर किसी ने मानवता और टीम वर्क का अद्भुत मिसाल कायम किया है. Everyone involved in this operation has really demonstrated teamwork and exemplary sense of humanity. Their courage and their commitment is exemplary, and I salute them. So that's the Prime Minister, his first reaction on this rescue mission, and with that, it's time for me to hand the baton over to my colleague Rajdeep Sardesai. Rajdeep, you're coming in just at a time when 41 workers have been rescued. We followed this story so closely for so long. It's taken 400 plus hours, the might of the Indian state coming together to bring the workers out.
And it's terrific news because I think it is a story that has captured the imagination of thousands and thousands of Indians, all of whom were praying for the last 14 days and more for the rescue of these workers. And they're all coming out safely. And I think the Prime Minister is dead right. I think what we've seen is from the families a lot of quiet determination and willpower. We haven't seen wailing relatives. We've seen people who've stayed right through this story and an amazing job done by all the rescue teams. Today is a moment to salute the efforts of each and every one of them, hundreds of them who've been involved silently, anonymous faces, and from the rat mining workers who've gone right down the tunnel manually digging, to the NDRF, the other teams that have been involved in this operation. It's been a remarkable united effort at bringing the workers on. Let's bring you the headlines. All 41 workers extricated from the Uttarkashi tunnel. Nearly a 400-hour harrowing rescue operation comes to a successful end. Officials say all rescued workers are safe and healthy. Workers to spend the night at the hospital for wellness checks. Workers' families celebrate. The other big headline, high voltage campaigning ends in Telangana. India's youngest state will vote in the next 48 hours on 30th November. Israel claims Hamas violated the 6-day ceasefire, alleges 3 Hamas bombs detonated next to Israeli troops in Gaza. But today is a day to celebrate the light that has finally emerged at the end of a dark tunnel. All 41 workers who were trapped in the tunnel in Silkyara have been rescued after a heroic operation that has lasted more than 400 hours. The mission is 100% successful. 41 workers being pulled out one by one in a total time of 1 hour 33 minutes. All workers taken to the Chinnyalu Government Hospital. Prime Minister Modi has responded, saluted the workers, their courage, their patience, and that of the family, called it a joyous moment for all. Let's go straight across to Maushmi Singh, who's been tracking this for the last couple of days. Maushmi, it is a moment to celebrate. Presumably, that is the mood also on the ground.